I haven't gotten anywhere with that incident, and I'm just coming to see how you guys are coming along with that.
Mr. Gutierrez, you handle that, city attorney?
Yeah, we've tried to help Mr. Yamas, and we'll continue to do so. I've spoken with him several times, and before that, Arturo Fierro, the assistant city manager, city attorney, met with him. Let me tell you what his circumstances are. First of all, in the December 2010 parade, there was someone that was a participant in the parade who was riding a horse, and I guess when they were trying to put the horse into the trailer, the horse broke loose and damaged Mr. Yamas's fence and the gas line. And he's been wanting, I think he knows the name of the person, and he's been wanting to get the location or the address of that individual. And to do so, he had made requests on the city for information, and we gave him the information we had. But that particular unit didn't register as a participant, so we didn't have any information. And we searched our records, and we found that the only information we had was one company that provided a trailer to the incident. We gave that information to Mr. Yamas. Since then, when he communicated with me after the last council meeting where he appeared, I also made further inquiries and determined that there are no such persons. When I talked to Mr. Yamas, he informed me that the police department had apparently gone out there and talked to someone, so I made an inquiry to see if we have that person's name, who Mr. Yamas gave me, as well as their address. Haven't received a response back. But his dispute is with the individual who controlled the horse that damaged the fence, and that's what we can do for him. I've also given him some suggestions about what he might do to get that information himself, and that's really where we're at. And other than finishing looking at whatever other information we have and providing that to him, I think we're pretty much exhausted as far as what we can do for Mr. Yamas.
Was that part of the mounted posse, the horses? Do you know?
No, I don't believe they were the mounted posse.
They weren't the
They were
mounted
someone
posse.
else. 4 times they gave me information from a different individual that I called and had contact with, and he's the wrong individual. I can't believe there's no record of who was in the parade. There's no insurance on these individuals. They had to present to the city of Chino. It just doesn't ring true, and they left the scene without leaving a note or anything. The way I found out who it was through the gas company, and you guys haven't even called the gas company to ask them, or my neighbor that they took pictures. I have pictures. I gave them pictures, and they still haven't done anything about it.
Well, you know the gentleman's name?
Yes, I told him the name
And you
too.
gave it
I gave him all the
to the city
information.
attorney?
I went to 5
And
different
your response
offices.
to having that name was what?
We don't have that name. He gave us the name of an individual who he believes is the owner of the horse.
Okay. That's the guy we're after, right?
Well, that's
Thank
the
you.
person.
That we are after that guy.
That's the person that Mr. Yamas is after, yes.
Oh, okay.
But also, Mr. Yamas did not see this event, so he doesn't know who the person is. He's relying on a neighbor, and I don't know if he's talked to his neighbor yet. But in any case, he has a name. We've checked our records. We do not have the name of that individual as a participant. We have no name of any other participant that had a horse trailer at the event except one, and we've given that to Mr. Yamas. What he's trying to do is he's trying to find the location of the individual so that he can sue him. And I've suggested to Mr. Yamas that there's other ways that he has legally to get that information. But as far as what he wants from us, we've complied. Now, Mr. Yamas may not believe we have the information, but several of us have looked at the city records, and they do not contain the information that he wants. We're making one last request, because when I talked to him to give him the information I'm saying now, he informed me that the police were called, and I don't know what they did, but he said they came out, so we're now we've asked the police department to look at their records to see if they can find this man's name and his address. And once we've done that, that's the extent of what we can do for him. Mr. Yamas does not allege that the city was involved in the damage, that the people that were involved in the damage were connected to the city. He just believes that we should have the information, but we don't.
Excuse me.
The name that you were given by your neighbor, and we traced that
by
name?
the gas company. The gas company that came to shut the gas off.
Okay. Well, who gave you the name
The gas company. He called the gas company because they broke the meter right off
The guy that with a horse called the gas
Yes,
company?
yes.
And you gave that name to?
Yes.
And
I went to
that
5
name
different offices.
Hold
Five
on,
different
wait a
offices.
second, hold on. So you gave that name to us?
Yes.
And then we traced that name to no avail?
Correct.
Now, what I want to say is, what if that horse would have got loose in another place of the route of the parade? People in wheelchairs, kids, they could have been
Well, I
trampled.
understand that, there's a lot of ifs, but the name that you gave us, there was no,
There should be some kind of. Come on,
We don't
I
have
can't
it.
believe that.
Mr. Yamas apparently does not want to believe that we don't have the information. What I told him he could do is to bring a lawsuit in small claims court against this individual, and with the lawsuit, subpoena the gas company's records and get that man's name and address if the gas company has it, as well as other people who he believes are involved. He's given me the names of other people who he believes involved, whose addresses are readily available. He can sue them, he can subpoena them, he can get them into court and get the information directly himself.
have you done that yet, Mr. Yamas?
I tried to get the information, and I went to 5 offices, and I wasn't able to come across the right information.
Well,
And I just can't
you have to
believe.
file suit first, and then they have to give you the.
Well, I didn't even want to sue them. You know,
who's in the parade?
yeah, I just can't believe that. You have a video of the parade, I believe.
Yeah, sure we do. So how did
I
the
gave
matter-
them a picture.
How did the matter?
I gave them a picture
Who
of.
fixed it?
He fixed it. He paid the gas company to come and do that repair.
Okay.
But he didn't.
Well, the gas company will have a record of it if the guy
Yes,
paid
sir.
him.
Yes, they would.
Well, then I think you ought to direct your energy toward the gas company.
But
so
then
they have
that's
his
another
name.
question I want to have. Isn't that a crime to damage someone's property and leave without notifying them?
Not if he's not driving a car. If he's driving a car, it is, but he wasn't driving a car.
So he can take a horse and go to your house and smash up your house, leave, doesn't have to tell you anything?
Well, that's not your first question.
But that
Your
is
first
the question. That
Your
is the
first
question.
question was whether or not it's a crime. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. Hit and run is with a vehicle, not with a horse.
That's amazing. Okay, well, there's really not much I can say.
Well, I
anymore.
would suggest that you go with small claims, as the city attorney has.
But he told me that I wouldn't be able to win in small claims anyways because I didn't see it personally.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what Jimmy told me.
let's get the conversation straight. When I ask you for the information about
It's
this
okay. It's
individual,
all right, Jimmy. Thank
you
you
said
very much
no,
for your
no.
help.
Let's deal with what you said. You said you didn't see it, and I said, well, you have a problem in court if you can't testify as to who the individual was. He said his neighbor saw it. He didn't say the gas company saw it. He said the neighbor saw it, and he said he would talk to the neighbor. I made that suggestion to him,
Okay,
and
All
I
right.
also told him we would try to get the other information for him.
okay, thank you. We have no other written requests to speak. Does anybody in the audience wish to speak about any item that is not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll close public communications. Under new business, item 15, 2011-12 mid-year financial review, our staff report